Okay, dear students. So in our last discussion, we discussed about the concept sorting technique, that is insertion sort. Okay, in this class, I'll clear you the pending programs, that is for linear search and Fibonacci search. So the next class onwards, I'll continue the insertion sort implementation. For every sorting, there is an implementation. For every searching, there is an implementation. So sometimes in your examinations, they may ask you write a program for binary search or implement binary search in C. That's it. So what is the answer for that? You need to write a program for that. So implementing, searching or sorting, anything. So if you see the word implement means just writing a program. Otherwise, they may ask you write an algorithm with example. So in such case, you can give theory and write the algorithm. Actually, the procedure is, first of all, you should write the algorithm. After that, give the theory example. So in the examinations, if they ask you for 8 marks or 10 marks, you can write the program also. That's better for you. Okay, anyway, just look at the binary search because already some of them may forgot that thing. So just I'm recap. I'm going to recap that linear search. So this is the linear search. Linear search, what it will do. So this is my array of elements. Just I'm remembering, recalling quickly because I'm going to explain the program. So here see, this is my starting index. So it will compare here my intended value is how much here. I want to find the element 3 actually. So I want to search the element 3 in this array of elements. So for that reason, what we will do, so here the index I start at 0. So it is comparing with the neighboring one. So first of all, we need the element 3. So 3 is compared with 10, not matched. And 3 is compared with 8, not matched. 3 is compared with 2, not matched. 3 is compared with 3, right. Item is found. So that's it. So the target value is compared with the every index from starting leftmost direction to rightmost direction. So starting to ending until it goes on. So here the I value is 0, here the I value is 1, here the I value is 2, here the I value is 3. At the location 3, the item is found because our target element is 3 only. So 3 is compared with 3, 3 is equals to 3. Right. So the item is found. So this is how the linear search will work. So now see the program for linear search. So the implementation of linear search in C. So programs, maybe for some people, maybe it is a little bit difficult to understand at a time, but you have to work it on, then you can easily understand the programming. So because this is the first stage only. Anyway, I'll try to make the subject easy and make the subject programming also easy. So you have to put effort a little bit for understanding the programs because you don't know. I think many of them are not well in CP. So if you are good in CP, easily you can understand. So anyway, come to the program linear search. So linear search, how it will goes. So the key element is compared with the leftmost element from the starting element onwards. That means the index 0. So the target element is compared with starting element. If it is matched, its index will be returned. Otherwise, it will compare the end of the list. If the element is not found in the list, if the element is not matched with that key value in the array of elements, simply the element is not found, the search is unsuccessful. That thing we should know already. So here I am taking, this is my header file. Now I'm using the return type int. So in any type you can take, that's not a problem. Void also you can take. So if you take int here, int type, then you can use, you can close return 0. So this means what? Return 0 means again the compiler will return to the main function. That's it. The meaning of that thing is only that. Now here I am again taking for this program taking 100 elements int array. Otherwise you can take only 50 elements. So before 50 only you can give the elements. So I'm taking 100 elements like binary search. Here also like binary search I'm taking 100 elements. So you better write it down the program, otherwise you can take a snap for the practice. After that I'll give you the programs and the material after the, soon after the completion of the unit 1 I'll give you material. So meanwhile you can write the running notes. While I'm teaching and explaining the program, you better write there in the running notes. Now, material, everything is not there. Now, my explanation is not in that material. So line by line explanation is not in the material. So better you maintain a running notes. So this is my declaration of array. Up to 100 elements I'm taking in my list of elements. So search is for, already I explained you binary search. So C for taking the input from the keyboard, and N for input from the keyboard, and C for my loop. That means total elements. So see, so this is not a logic here. Just we need to frame these printfs and scanfs and loops. But the thing is main condition only. The logic is important. Okay, enter the number of elements in an array. So that means it will read n with the help of variable n. We can read this, the number of elements in the array. For example, if you want 15 or 10 elements, just you enter it. So for that, we are taking the variable n declared here already. After that, enter integers. So if we enter, for example, 10 integers, so we enter the 10 integers here. So the 10 integers from where? Up to c less than n. That means, for example, I less than 5. Suppose you are giving like that. Here, the array size is here c. C less than n. N means what here? 100. Up to 100 elements. It will take from the keyboard, from the user. So that array is from array of C. So array of C is what here? Value 100. So up to 100 values only it will take. So here you enter 10 elements or 20 elements. That 20 elements can be taken from before 100. That means before the C less than n. That means here n is the size of the array. N is the size of the array. So my array size is 100. Okay, that's fine. Next, enter a number to search. So for that, already we declared the variable search. For example, if you don't want to write search, you can mention any variable like key, like temp, like any other, or t, any other value variable you can declare here. So just for the searching purpose. Now, see the logic here. So this is the main thing here. So for C equals to 0, C less than n, C plus plus. Okay, already you should know this loop meaning. Here the condition is if array of C equals to search. Here in the before example, once I'll show you, just a minute. So look at this. So here, what is the array of C? 10 here. What is the search value? What is the search value here? Send me. 3. Yes. So I am searching for the value 3. So now it will compare from starting index onwards. Okay, now the in the previous loop already you seen that the starting is array of C is 10 and the target value is 3. Okay, now see. So array of C here, array of C equals to 10 and 10 is equals to search value is what? 3. Okay, so is it equal? 10 equals to 3 is equal, condition is true. Is this condition is true? 10 is equals to 3. Is it true or false? False, right? So what it will do? So if it is found, index will be returned. So the statement is, if here the search is 3, for example, the array of 3, array of C is 3. So the item is found, the index will be returned. After that, the statement will be break. So again, it will goes to the it will terminate the loop and it will return to the main function. But if it is not in the list, until that it will goes on. So everything for every time it will be incremented at one location until it will reach the destination value. So if C less than C not C equals to n, that means here the position is C value is, for example, the last element in the search, and the element is n. That means total all the elements are searched. For example, in the previous example, the last element in the list is, for example, 10. So here the target value C is also reached. So in that way, the element is not presented in that list. So in that case, it is not present in the array, return 0. That means it will return to the main function. Here it will goes on like that. It will array of C element is compared with 3. If it is equal, then index will be returned. Otherwise, what will happen? C value will be incremented by 1 value. That means if it is not present in the location, then again it will goes to the next neighboring location. That means C plus 1. So array of C equals C will be incremented to rightmost direction. Every time it will be incremented 1 value if it is not present. If it is presented in that location, automatically index will be written. Otherwise, search comma C plus 1. That means the C array of C value will be incremented. Incrementing means what? Simply it will move towards rightmost direction. So every key is searched until that the location is found. So if it is not found, if it is not equal, so after the completion of the entire search, after the completion of the entire elements in the list, even though the element is not found, even though the array of C equals to not n, here n means what? Total number of elements. So C is elements, here n is total number of array elements. That means from 0th index to and so on n index. No element is equal to C, that means that element is not present in the list. So that will be printed here. The remaining after that 0 will be returned. That is the thing here. Okay, so here already it will display the output like this. So total number of elements how many, and after that enter the number of integers. So what type of which element you want to search, just enter that element. Immediately that element is returned. so and so location the element is found. So this is the logic for linear search. So it's very simple logic. Just it. You can write this statement, remember this state, this condition and this condition. That's it. The remaining all simple. So simply you remember this condition. If array of C equals to search. So simply it will compare from starting to ending. The list of elements. Array of C equals to search. If it is equal, simply display present at the location. Otherwise, increment the value of array of C. So the search will be continued and move towards rightmost direction. So until that happen, it will break. If it is not found, that means the entire list is not equal. Ultimately, the item is not present in the array of the list. Next. Is it clear to all of you? Is it clear? Okay. So here break means already the element is found and written, index will be returned so that the loop will be terminated. That means the condition is terminated here. That is why we are using the break statement. Already you know the purpose of break statement. Okay. So what break statement will do? It will break the line. Break and continue statements. I hope you might read break and continue statements in your C programming. Okay. So this is the very simple logic. Just you remember this condition. That's it. If array of C equals to search, present the location. After that, search comma C plus prompt. This is very important. If it is equal, then index will be returned. Otherwise, it will be incremented. So this condition you should remember. That's it. This is the logic for linear search. And after that, not presenting. So after incrementing the list of elements, it will reach to the end of the list. After that, you need to write this condition here. So in many ways, we can write the linear search. This is the simplest way. In any way, we can write. For example, for the addition of two numbers, some people may like in one type and other people may write in other types. Ultimately, we get output. That is the thing here. In any if you know the programming, how to write the program, you can write in many ways. That's not a problem here. So for example, for addition of three numbers, two numbers, some people may declare three variables. So common thing is something is common, but in the conditions that is different. So some people directly print the values, some people take formulas, some people take some variables, so on so. Whatever they wish, we can write the programming. That is the procedure in programming. So if you know the concept clearly, then you can write the programming according to the rules of the compiler. That is also important. You should remember in your mind. Well, before writing the program, you should remember in your mind, you should write the program according to the rules of the compiler, because everything is executing compiler only here, right? Anyway, so I think some of them are absent today for the class. Why I don't know, because this is very important. The program explanation is important. Okay, anyway, I don't know. Only 70 plus are there. So what about remaining? I don't know. So just for the change, I swapped my class with Koti sir. Okay, anyway, why you not joined? some of them. That is up to you, because explanation of programming is important. So don't miss for my classes, because that is lost for you, not for me. So the next program is for Fibonacci search. So students, just I'll recap Fibonacci search also, the algorithm only, because this is a little bit difficult to understand. So pay your close attention so that you can understand easily. That's not a problem. Okay. See this algorithm. Okay, get this. In Fibonacci search, so linear search is applicable for unsorted arrays. Binary search and Fibonacci search for only sorted arrays. And linear search will follow the search order from starting to ending. So it will compare with starting element to ending element. So where the element is found, that will be returned. That's it. In binary search, it is based on division and conquer methodology. Division and conquer strategy. Divide and conquer strategy. So it will break down the list into two parts by calculating the midpoint. Based on that midpoint, it will search the elements. So after that, Fibonacci search. So Fibonacci search will search the elements based on the Fibonacci series order. So for that, we are having some separate algorithm. So first of all, what should we do? We should know the first Fibonacci number. How can we know that first Fibonacci number? That number should be smallest Fibonacci number, but greater than or equals to the value of n. That is the first thing here. Next one, we should know the Fibonacci value, mth Fibonacci value. And after that, m-1 and m-2. That is, those are the previous two values of the Fibonacci number. And these all are the variables that we should declare in the program. That is why I'm again telling the algorithm. After that, we should know the index values. Offset. For that index value, we are having some minimum of formula is there. After that, if the value is less than 2 Fibonacci downs, if the value is greater than 1 Fibonacci down, and at the same time, offset will be written to index. So this is the this is the algorithm for Fibonacci search. Now see the program. So my header file is common for every C program. We are having some blocks. First one is header file, and second one is declaration, and third one definition, and the final one is main function. So these are the blocks. The first header file, Now I'm going to declare the variable declaration and definition. So utility function to find minimum of 2 elements. So why I need minimum of 2 elements? Already in the formula we are calculating the minimum value. So here see, int minimum of int x comma int y. These are the parameters I am passing for 2 values because this is x and this is y. So return x less than equals to y and x colon y. So this means what? X to y values. So for example, 1 to 10 in the programming will declare like this. So this means, for example, 1 colon 5. This means 1 to 5 values. So here also x to y, x colon y. Okay. So we need to calculate the minimum value. This is the utility function to find the minimum of 2 elements. Next one. So these are the comments. Maybe you write or you don't write, that's not a problem. Then returns index of x if present, else returns -1. So -1 means what here? So before the 0th indection, before the index of 0, so it will be -1. So if the search is -1, ultimately it will terminate from the loop. So in -1 there is nothing to search. So the index starts from 0th location only. So there is no -1. If -1 comes, sets the stop. That means nothing is performed. Nothing is performed. So for -1, there is nothing to search in the array. So the array index starts from 0 only. So else return -1 means, that means it will going to stop. That's it. So see here in that int Fibonacci mth search of int array comma x comma n. So this is the array, this is the m1 value, this is the m2 value. So initialize Fibonacci numbers. So we are having 3 numbers, 3 Fibonacci's. That is, first one is mth Fibonacci, m-1th Fibonacci, m-2th Fibonacci. So see here, this is the m value. This is the m value. M value means the summation of the sum of 2 previous values. So what are 2 previous values? M1 plus M2, or you can write any order. M2 plus M1 here. So M2 is 0, M1 is 1. This is the least value now. That's why we are mentioning 0. So this is the next least value. That is why Fibonacci mth minus 1. So initializing with 0 and 1. That is here f of 1, f of n, f of 0, f of 1. This is f of 0, this is f of 1, and this is f of n. That implies this is f of 0. That implies this is f of 1. That implies f of n. So these 3 terminologies you have seen in the algorithm. So this is the formula for finding for initializing the values here. So next one, Fibonacci m value is going to store the smallest Fibonacci number. That is why we need to, as per the algorithm, we need to take the value, the number greater than or equals to n. For this, we are writing the logic here. See how the logic is. While Fibonacci m less than n. For example, here my array size is, for example, my array size is 11. So what can I take the value? Here my array size is 11. What is the Fibonacci m value? For example, Fibonacci m value is 5. So the condition is like this. 5 is less than 11. Okay, the condition is true. So what is the while loop? While loop, first of all, it will check the condition or it will enter into the loop. What is the rule of a while loop? Tell me. First, it will check the condition or not, or enter into the loop without checking. Yes, it will check the condition first. If it is true, then only it will enter into the body of the loop. Otherwise, it will not allow. First of all, it will check the condition. If the condition is true, then only it will enter into the body of the loop. Otherwise, it will not allow. Loop will be terminated. That is the condition of, that is the rule of while. So here, m is less than n. That's okay, fine. Enter into the loop. Otherwise, it will be terminated. So here, Fibonacci m2 value equals to Fibonacci mm1. So just we are initializing. So Fibonacci mm1 is equals to Fibonacci m. That is the down order. Actually, m2 is m1, m1 is m. That is the down order. That is why we are giving like this. So Fibonacci m equals to the sum of m2 plus m1. Clearly understand, observe this. So the m value is, here we initialized these three. Just we are storing the values into the smallest Fibonacci number. So the m is here f of n. Here it is f of 1. Here it is f of f0. So the same order, f0, f1, fn, f0, f1, fn, as per the algorithm. So you put your algorithm. if you if you have in your notes, just you put your algorithm while I'm explaining. So this is the f0, this is f1, and this is fn. So the formula is closed with here. So now marks the eliminated range from front. So that means offset -1. So put into offset equals to -1. Why we are inserting -1? This means if -1 is there, nothing will perform. It will be eliminated from the range. So here now the minimum value, the array is going to be inspected. Note that we compare array of least value with x with Fibonacci m becomes 1. So that means, so this becomes m2 becomes 0. That means just we are checking the location with the value index I. So while Fibonacci m greater than 1, that means enter into the loop. So calculate the value I. So this is the formula already I explained you. Minimum of offset plus Fibonacci least minus n minus 1. This is the formula. So the same formula we copied here. So if x is greater than the value at index m2, what should we do? We should, if it is greater, see here. If it is greater, what it will do? As per the algorithm Fibonacci order, down or 1 down or 2 down or 3 down. If it is greater. If it is greater, how many down? Yes, if it is greater, 1 down. Offset, what about offset? Offset is there or not? If it is greater, see the algorithm. Yes, and reset the offset. Once again, I'm showing you. The remaining people see that. So if the value is greater, move the Fibonacci values on 1 down and reset to index. If it is lesser, move 2 down. If it is lesser, move 2 down. If it is greater, move 1 down and reset offset to index. If it is lesser, we need not touch any offset. Just if it is lesser, 2 Fibonacci down. It is 1 Fibonacci down. Okay, now we are going to because it is lesser, because it is greater, that is why we are moving one down. So what is one down? M equals to M1, M1 equals to M2, M2 equals to M minus M1, offset I. This is the formula for greater. So if it is lesser, it is like that. Greater, it is like this. After I plus 1, the same formula. Next one, for searching value, else return I. If the element is found, return I. Otherwise, it will continue comparing the last element with index X. So this is the formula. Fibonacci M1 and array of offset plus 1 equals to X. So after that, it will be incremented to 1 if element is not found. Return minus 1. Return minus 1 means there is nothing to perform, the element is not found. Now here the main function starts here. So just I'm passing the void as return type. So int main. So these I'm giving the values here only. Directly I'm assigning the values here. So the list of items I'm giving here. So in that size, what is the size here? 12. Okay. So now I'm taking the mth value here. So I want to find it out the 235 value. Directly a formula here, see size of array by size of array of 0. So I want to search the element 235. So that is the index value. Int index, ind index, Fibonacci search of array of x comma n. So that means index greater than 0. Ultimately, item is found, otherwise not present in the list. Here 235 is found at the location last. The 12th index. That means 11th, 0 to 11. At the 11th location, the 235 is found. This is how the Fibonacci search will perform. So simply clearly understand the algorithm first. Based on the algorithm only, simply we are copying the values here. That's it. Okay, you need some time to understand very clearly. Just you look into this program, you can clearly understand. I hope 2 programs enough for this class. If I continue in the next program, some people getting mad. Better I am closing my class here. So I'll continue in the next class with a new topic, or I'll continue the program for insertion sort. Okay. You may leave.